Well, first of all, I'm absolutely appalled that in the previous vote that there are only 14 people in this chamber out of the 120 today who are in favour of banning fur farming. That's the first one. The second point, I think among animal welfare circles, when it was known that you were working on this bill, there was a great sense that finally we were going to do what is right by animals in this country, and that those cruel practices of, like coursing and like the gassing of mink and the badger culling, etc., would finally be eradicated. And I want to go back to, the opening of your bill, Minister, on page 7. In the introduction, I mean, it's very, very definitely stated there to prevent cruelty to animals. And I also note on, looking at also under animal welfare on part 3 on page 13, you want to ensure that the animal is treated in a manner that safeguards the health and welfare of the animal and does not threaten the health or welfare of the animal or another animal. Now, nobody will tell me that coursing is part of that sort of activity where the welfare of the animal is at stake and where there is no cruelty. And I just came across an interesting quotation from a German philosopher, Immanuel Kant, saying that he who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. And I think Irish men are not coming across very well when we look at the way in which animals have been treated in this country. I don't think it's doing, if we care about it, our international reputation any good by being one of 3 countries that continue with live coursing. I understand that the Gathering has also taken down hunting from its website. And we do see, as Deputy Daly was saying, the decreasing numbers. I mean, this was a golden opportunity to get rid of hare coursing, which I think it's very obvious that the majority of people in this country totally oppose. And I know deputies are annoyed by the extent of the email that is coming in on this matter, but I think it just shows the extent of the support for putting a ban on coursing. We look at the greyhound also, and I think damage is being done to the greyhounds because they also are a gentle animal, but yet they are being blooded deliberately to do something that is against their nature. We know also the damage to the hares, the way in which they are netted, the way in which they are kept, and the way in which they are used, and also increasing use of rabbits in this also. Greyhounds have suffered injuries as well because of the way in which the muzzle on them and their frustration. And as I said to you at committee, there's no way I'm suggesting that the muzzle should come off, but I'm just saying that this is unnatural to the greyhound also. I think when you were at the committee you were mentioning also about the industry and employment and etc. But that can also be available if drag coursing is brought in. And I really, like Deputy Daly, hope that you can consider that. I also make the point that coursing clubs, coursing events monitored by coursing clubs, I really don't think that that is an adequate supervision and inspection. The hares, we know, are injured and they are mauled, and some of them have been killed either during the coursing or after the coursing. There's also the fact that the hare is a subspecies of the mountain hare on this island, and if we continue as we are, there are going to be dangers to it. So we could be coming back here that this is an endangered species and we have to do something else on it.